Stop right there. Let me teach you another longsword technique to make you an anime god. Let me blow your mind. One of the issues with the EI Spirit Slash is the animation commitment after the hit. Again, look how slow this is. We get got with bad positioning of this move and the time it takes to get out of it. Somehow, somebody at Capcom said, how about if we take that away? I give to you breathing technique. Charge, cancel. Breathing technique. Charge, cancel. You see it. We can now soft cancel the Spirit Slash with a charged cancel. With a charged cancel. Look at this. Now, there's two ways to follow up after the EI Slash. Hear me out. Either we and pull the cancel, or we can slash into it and charge. Depending on how much meter you've built up, we can now just go into our full Spirit Blade combo. Are you kidding me? Going forward, you should now be implementing more Spirit Slashes. One, for evasion and counter, and two, to pull off the cancel move. If you notice, using the cancel sets us up for Spirit Slash 1, which means we can go right into the bulk of our Spirit Slash combo. Moving forward into our Spirit Slash combo, one other thing I want to tell you about the cancel is its directional ability. For instance, if we're running our Spirit Slash combo, I already know I'm in 2. However the case, let's say I need to get out of a situation. I can charge on the last hit in order to wait to make sure I get that last hit, or just for directional purposes to make sure I'm not getting got by any of the monster's moves. So look again. Like I'm over here, I want to reposition to hold it, and then I give him the work, right? But one other unique action that the Spirit Slashers have with the charges are we can cancel the charge if we're gonna get got or hit by the monster, right? So I'm charging up. Boom. The monster's about to hit me. I stop it. Charge it again. Booyah. Stopping mid-charge to allow you to evade a monster's hit is essential at making sure you're getting the last and final hit of your Spirit Slash combo. The last thing I want to tell you is probably the hardest thing I've had to implement into my new WILDS longsword. And the reason being is because it fundamentally changes how we use the weapon in its last gauge. In red gauge, in world, our immediate action was to get to the Helmbreaker. That was it. It was always get to the Helmbreaker, right? But in Wilds, if you're not implementing Crimson Slashes or Spirit Slashes before doing the Helmbreaker, you're missing a lot of the initial damage. So let me show you. So, how I like to implement the Crimson and the Spirit Slashes before running Helmbreaker is I like to chain the two combos together. What do I mean by that? When I'm at the start of my red gauge, I like to set off 3 Crimson Slashes. Then follow up with the Spirit Blade combo, which gets me 4 to 5 actions in a row. So again, that is 3 Crimson Slashes, then 5 Spirit Blade combo actions. 1, 2. And you can chain these attacks. Why? Because they're the beginning and ends of their combo. The Crimson Slashes is a 3-hit combo before it resets, right? So chaining the two combos together will maximize your DPS while you're in red gauge. Now hear me out, hear me out. A lot of times, longsword players, from what I see, want to get to Helmbreaker as quick as possible because it's your biggest damaging attack in red gauge, right? Understood. But you should wait for the meter to drain before hitting that Helmbreaker. And if possible, hit Helmbreaker at the last possible second. That way, you're maximizing DPS utilizing your Crimson and Spirit Slashes while in red gauge. Now, I know what you're thinking, Don Chulo, but it's hard to manage the red gauge depleting while in the fight. Totally valid. How I like to look at it is how many times I can get off the full combo, right? So all right, I still have gauge. I'm gonna do it one more time. All right. All right, I'm at halfway. I could probably do it one more time. I'm at a little bit of gauge. Now we Helmbreaker. So hear me out. Hear me out. Why do I do that? Why do I do that now? Well, because I'm only managing my gauge at the end of my full combo, right? I know I could probably get 2, 3 max of the full combo before I need to Helm Splitter. And if I train my mind to only think about that, I'm less worried about how I'm going to be able to implement the Helmbreaker because I'm only doing it at the end of my full combo set. The full combo set gives me a lot of damage and input. A lot of damage and input. So I just worry only at the end of those combos to see where my gauge is at. Most times, because of the way the monster's moving and so on, I'm maybe only getting 1 or 2 of the full combos before I see the opening to hit the Helm Splitter. But I'm implementing my Crimson and Spirit Slashes in order to maximize DPS. Put that into your gameplay, and you'll become the anime god you've always wanted to be. To summarize, first form, charge, cancel. Charge, cancel. And lastly, third form, full red gauge combo. Trust me when I tell you. Just trust me when I tell you. If you start to implement these techniques into your gameplay, you will see an increase in your abilities in effing up the monster.